This is BS Fan and Fun Times. I'm Belle the B.
I'm Sophia the S.
And we just went to see Aladdin. We actually recorded already.
A bit in the car. I tried to introduce. She says I failed.
We tried to do this already on the way to my house, because this is where we are. But, which you would know if you ever pay attention to my channel. But anyway.
Well, we've done a video where we filmed at my apartment before.
And I filmed the mayor a freak out here, but downstairs. Anyway, point is, we went to see Aladdin. And now we have commentary. So this is a spoiler thing.
Not really.
I mean,
there's a couple. Okay,
it's a spoiler thing. Just take it as that.
Yeah,
I put it as a title. So there you go. So it was okay.
Scale 1 to 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. What would you rate it?
I gave it a 6.
Okay. I was honestly gonna go between 7, 7.5, 8.
8.5.
No, not 8.5.
No, nothing. It's a joke.
Oh.
Anyway,
that's why I didn't get it.
One person out there is gonna get it if she ever watches this. You're welcome. Anyway, that's your phone going off in the middle.
It's No, I need to have this. No, we're not doing sound effects. Right
anyway,
I'll have the sound effects ready this time.
What are you won't. You never have it ready. We're never going to have it ready. Okay, so anyway. Aladdin.
Faith you have in me. Okay, yeah. So she says 6. I say 7.5, 8.
I'm
honestly.
very, very strict, though, with my Disney movies. If you're going to remake a Disney movie, I need it to be perfect. Because I need it to go... I'm okay with added songs. We talked about this before. Loved Jasmine's new songs. I
might try to solo this.
I mean, I would too. Like, it's amazing. I needed it to go in order, and it did that at the end. Although the end, they felt like they really cut it quick. But throughout the rest of it, it felt out of order and kind of funky and weird. And they were like, add it. I couldn't handle it. I was like, this is not right. Like half the time.
I'm adjusting now. I want to. Okay, so casting. I think that they did a pretty good job. I said this before. Are you about to fall over on your...
No, I was adjusting.
Okay. As I was saying, I think that the casting for Aladdin and Jasmine, pretty good. Yeah. Aladdin, I'm going to say spot on. Their
singing,
I like
really, really
I like
good.
Their voices.
I loved their voices as the characters. And I'm very specific about this. As the characters. Because I'm very specific about that.
You should see what she has to say about Belle. Anytime there's Beauty and the Beast, you should hear her commentary.
I love Belle as a character. I hate the movie. Kill me now, I know, but it doesn't make sense. And the live action helped some things, but made other things worse. That's all I'm going to say for now. Maybe we'll do one later about that one. But, back to Aladdin. Okay, so the big controversy thing that you brought up before with the other video with Will Smith and not Will Ferrell.
I did not.
Yeah, you did not mess up and say Will Ferrell before. Anyway,
I said Will Ferrell. Now who's messing up? You're messing up what I just said.
Oh, it's the same name.
Yeah, I said Will Ferrell. I'm turning off my sounds now because the world is not the world. Well, I guess the world. My sweetheart. He's the world. Anyways, I'm going completely off topic. Yeah. Naomi Scott. I'm gonna say her voice has had a glow up since Lemonade Mouth and her solo in She's So Gone. Can I talk? She's So Gone. No. She's So Gone.
Peter Piper to pick up what was it? I don't remember. Peter Parker here to pick up a...
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
Yeah, that's what it was. They played that,
I guess it was a
trailer, thank you.
It was an ad for, I'm guessing, the new Peter Parker movie.
It was either a trailer or a teaser.
Something.
and he says that line, and it just
Peter
stopped
Parker,
me, and I was
passport,
like,
please.
can you say that 5 times fast, please?
And I'm like rehearsing it on the way out. I'm like, Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
She said that like 70 times, like trying to say it. She got it now. Anyway, back to Aladdin.
Okay, so I did bring up in the last video about Naomi Scott as Jasmine because I'm still used to seeing her as Mo, so this is the first time I saw her playing a different character. And I did see some connections between Mo and Jasmine. One thing that Belle mentioned was in the beginning scene, we have Jasmine as Naomi just being very hesitant to jump from the rooftops. Whereas, what did you say?
In the original movie, she's a lot more cocky and a lot more like, I can do things. I may be a princess, but I've got an attitude, and I know I can do everything you can do, that kind of an attitude, in the original. But in this one, while she kind of gets closer to that way in the end, but still not really, but she gets more that way in the end. In the beginning, she's like, I can't jump, I'm too scared, instead of, like, jumping when he, like, offers to help her, she's already over on the other side, like, I'm a fast learner.
And that was something that I picked up on Mo's character in Lemonade Mouth because everyone, like, Stella is, like, the one who's like, oh my gosh, let's totally start a band. It's like from this one moment that we all kind of connected in Turn Up the Music. It's like, we should totally make a band off of that. And Naomi was like, oh, no, I can't do that. I'm classically trained. I play bass. I don't play whatever this is. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
And I kind of saw that hesitance, that same kind of hesitance where I felt like I was watching Mo from Lemonade Mouth play Jasmine, where she's like, oh, I don't want to jump. I'm scared. Oh, that's too far.
Right.
Back to Genie. Did I finish that statement about Genie?
No, I don't think so. We got distracted by Will Ferrell.
Oh, hold on. I have family news that my sister is.
I'll start then. So, what she had said before was that a lot of people were saying, like, there's that whole controversy about anybody probably playing Robin Williams' character. And my whole thing about that before was, well, they do it on Broadway. I'm sure they can find somebody who can match or at least decently close to Robin Williams. You be back. I'll be here. And now that's different from saying that they can be Robin Williams because nobody can play that character exactly the same way. And I think that could be said for any character ever, is that nobody can play the exact same character the exact same way the original did it, unless you are the original. But taking that into account, a lot of people apparently were saying, according to Sophia, that apparently a lot of people didn't think that Will Smith could sing, which doesn't make sense to me. I feel like this is The Rock all over again when people were like, The Rock, but he can't sing. Why is he singing in our song, in our movie, in our Disney movie? What is this? And he can sing. If you've seen any movie that he's in, basically, for The Rock anyway, you could see that he sings. He sings all the time. But Will Smith, I can see that they might be like, but can he actually sing? Because he raps, and that's different from singing. Which is true, because I am a great rapper. Don't look at me like that! I tried. But
yeah, that's
he
why.
can sing, and we've heard him sing before, and I don't know what specific movie, but he's done movies where he's sung before. So, if you know Will Smith, you know that he could sing and can sing.
I think that he did a pretty good job. I liked it. As Genie. I know that you can't beat the classics. You can't beat Robin Williams.
Yeah.
A moment of silence for him, please.
My computer went dark. Anyway, so,
well, hey, moment of silence. Even the computer knows that you can't beat Robin Williams. Even the computer grief force. Thank you. Technology knows.
Thank you,
Technology knows. Oh, but that's honestly a tragedy. What are you doing?
I was doing the dancing. We're
out of sync. It's fine. Okay, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Maybe stick Okay, no, you went too far.
I went too far. I can't go back. Run.
Okay,
Anyways,
that went to like 0 to Dark Side of the Force real quick. Star
speaking
Wars
of the
episode
Force,
coming up.
Speaking of the Force, okay,
It's coming up.
Speaking of the Force, slight Star Wars spoiler, but not really. So at the beginning of Star Wars, there's this whole scene where Rey goes and grabs something from somewhere, and she takes it and she goes and she trades it for food, and she wants more than the guy's willing to give her.
We kind of saw a little bit of that in Aladdin.
Aladdin, it does the exact same thing in the beginning. As soon as I saw it, I went, "What is this, Star Wars?"
That's not a Star Wars original.
No, but like it was just it
gave her Star Wars vibes.
It mirrored exactly. And now that Star Wars is a Disney thing, like you have probably some similar writers writing for the thing. It's just like
she made a connection there. She tapped me on the shoulder. She's like, she's like, I feel it's very Star Wars now, and I'm like, yeah, I could kind of wait. Hold on, I'm now curious to see if the actor who played Aladdin is Poe. I'm probably wrong. But
I don't think so. I highly doubt it. But I don't know. I mean, I liked the movie enough. I guess Abu kind of bothered me a little bit, but I mean, that's what you get for having basically CGI animals.
Okay, I'm now seeing more of a resemblance. Let's see.
You could have just clicked on him, right?
Yeah.
Or typed in the movie and the actor, or the...
That's what I'm doing now, because I couldn't remember the name of the actor. Not the actor
name, but the character name of the other movie. Never mind. Anyway, point is...
There is a connection there. Probably not. Okay. They're making that. I'm just gonna look up.
This is what I get for making you a fact checker. Did it get darker in here? Okay, anyway, let me turn up the brightness on this so y'all can see us better.
Or is it that we can see us better? Because I don't think...
It's both, because the light reflects off the computer screen to our face.
I'm being weird.
Some electric things, some technology things, knowledge for y'all. That was in English. Anyway, point is, the movie was okay. I'm very specific about my Disney movies and the remakes of them. I needed it to go in a certain order, and it didn't really follow that.
Different actors, but I wanted to see a resemblance. It's fine.
I wanted to go in a specific order, and it didn't really follow it.
They added scenes too.
Which is okay. Like, the whole dance scene and everything, that was fine. That was fun.
And they added a handmaid character that was kind of like, I don't know.
I liked her.
She was very mean.
I thought it was weird that the genie had a crush on her, but okay.
Yeah, they developed a little love connection between Jasmine's handmaiden and the genie, which they tied into at the very
beginning.
Yeah.
So they could tie in the end to the beginning.
Yeah, that's it.
And I guess if you had seen her face in the beginning, you would have recognized her in the movie, but you didn't see her face. So you would have had to just recognize her voice. Like, as soon as, like, I figured out that, the genie liked her, and, like, once he was set free, I was like, oh, like, it clicked in my head what was going to happen.
She was, like...
That part cracked you up. They,
so
planned their entire, like, future.
I'm like, seconds. How long have they known each other? Like 2-3 days max?
About.
Classic Disney. Disney doesn't change as far as relationships go. Oh, y'all have known each other for 3 days? Let's have you get married by day 3 or day 4 or day whatever it is and plan your entire future. That's like, okay, Disney. Okay.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
That's not gonna change.
Beauty and the Beast happened over a...
Yeah, you saw the seasons change.
2 day.
Oh.
2 days. I know, because I mapped out the entire movie.
What? I must
because it was driving me crazy.
I messed that up in my memory bank again.
Well, no, because I didn't map it out with you. I mapped it out with one of our coworkers. Or actually, a couple of our coworkers.
No, because I said that you saw the seasons change, meaning time passed, but
you
obviously
did?
I remembered that wrong.
Okay, no, you did see the seasons change, but it wasn't for time passing. It was for dramatic effect, basically.
It was for the curse being lifted.
It was stupid. Anyway, that's another movie, but anyway.
Back to what I was saying. Okay, so the handmaiden. I very much related to her character because of the fact that she does not know how to read lips or body cues or any sort of that kind of thing. Just like me. There was a scene where Aladdin pops into Princess Jasmine's castle, and she's trying to hint the handmaiden to play the queen because Jasmine's like, oh no, I'm the handmaiden. I'm not trying to reveal myself as the queen at the moment. And she's like,
Princess Jasmine. She's never a queen.
Right. Well, Sultan is queen, so she does become queen eventually.
But not till the end.
Anyways, Princess Jasmine, I messed that up. I'm sorry.
Good.
Shut up.
So the point is...
yeah. So Aladdin is like, hey, Princess Jasmine, how's it going? And she's like, oh, no, I'm the handmaiden. He doesn't know that she's princess yet.
Here's the princess! And little handmaiden comes up like...
And then she's like, oh, no, this is the guy from the marketplace. He's returning... Yeah, right. He's returning the bracelet that was...
She was, like, gesturing to her bracelet.
She's like, this is the bracelet from the guy that I met at the market that I was just telling you about. And she's like, what are you doing? You're being funny. And
why are you being so weird?
Yeah. Why are you being so weird? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Is that not me?
You. No, because we during, like, choir or whatever, if I'm sick or I'm sitting basically on the opposite side of the risers, which
you sit on the other side of the room. Forget the risers. You sit on the other side of the room.
Well, that's because I'm not trying to get everybody else sick. Anyway, but I'll be trying to talk or tell her something, and so I'll be motioning to her, like, something. I'll be, like, loud-mouthing it, like, hello. And she's like, you're gonna have to text that to me. I don't know what she's saying.
I'm like...
And then I'm like... Hi, send.
I'm like... you're not the only person that I do that with. Like, I don't know if you remember Allie. Big tall girl.
Yes, I remember her.
Okay, I'm sorry. Again, I can't read body language cues, so I did not understand that was like, oh, of course, I took that as confusion as I don't remember. Yeah, I relate to the handmaiden so well.
Anyway, back to Aladdin. Yeah, except I didn't have to move my head to do it. Anyway.
Shut up. I'm trying to grow it out. It's not growing fast.
I tried to cut it and it grew. So let's give some final thoughts on the movie, just because I will say too, I really liked the rap at the end as well. The credit scene rap.
I did not think I was gonna like that from the moment I heard DJ Khaled. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, we both gave each other the look of, oh,
but then it was surprisingly catchy, and
it was good. I was like, hey, I could do this. Woo! Ribbon, yeah, ribbon, yeah.
I don't know her.
Jabbing, yeah. Gotta hit that whip.
Okay, stop. You took it too far. No whip. Stop it. What else did we have to say? Was there more commentary? Is there more commentary?
I'm trying to remember from our previous conversation of this, but I don't know. I don't really have anything else to add. Like, honestly, it was just, I mean, besides that, it was kind of felt short to me.
Oh yeah, that's what we were going to talk about. Did we go into Jafar and the whole conflict?
I don't think so. But okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to go straight to the beginning this time, because the beginning, they kind of glance over everything. And then they, oh, dog.
Aww. Hi, cutie pie. Do you want to be in a video?
She can, oh, jump. Anyway.
Come here. Come here.
My dog's here.
Jump to camera, baby.
This is Pepper Potts. Pepper for short.
She's ticklish.
She's ticklish, or she's tickling you? Who's ticklish here?
Look at the camera.
We have a dog now. There's nothing that's gonna happen.
Hello. She's so cute. I want to drop her.
Do you want to drop her?
No.
Oh.
Hi, precious. Oh my goodness. Hello. I'm just gonna.
Alright, well now that I've lost Sophia, my point is, at the very beginning they kind of glanced over the whole diamond in the rough thing. It was like put underneath the first song, which also
I can be serious.
Will Smith kind of sang the word Arabian a little bit funny to me.
Yeah,
like that kind of stuck out. I was like
Arabian Nights, like that.
Like my mom.
Tall vowels.
We were with my family, and my mom turned to me and she's like, "When did Will Smith turn British?" Which I didn't hear British, but I did hear some odd vowels in there that I was like,
Arabian Nights.
I have a feeling that wasn't his fault. I have a feeling that was whoever was
wonderful.
Vocally directing him's fault. They were like, "No, I want you to sound like this," and he was like,
"You go
whatever."
Arabian, not
he's like, "I'm
Arabian."
Arabian Nights.
Okay, now that's the complete wrong genre.
What did I say? Anyway.
Idea. Pepper Potts, come back. You are so cute.
You can shut the door if you want.
Oh, okay.
She can open it, so it doesn't like it matters. It just blocks out sound better. Anyway, so it was just really weirdly timed, and the ending, like we were saying before, the ending just felt short. The transition from sorcerer to genie was quick.
Sultan to sorcerer to
was
genie.
Less, I don't know, something was missing there, and
yeah, I felt the conflict take a lot longer to solve in the classic than it did in this movie. Like, one thing that I noticed was from the moment that Jafar starts hypnotizing, and then Aladdin's like, "Oh, break the staff," and it kind of took them a while to realize what was going on too, which kind of bugged me. And it's like, oh, he's talking like he's in a trance, and his eyes are colored. What's really going on here? What's he doing? And then I was like, y'all.
Something I just thought of. They did fix one thing, sort of. They sort of fixed it. Okay, so this is going back. I know I always go back to these guys for a Disney thing. Super Carter Brothers. Surprise. They had said that in the original movie, the genie still owes Aladdin a wish. And it made sense. Aladdin didn't wish to go out of the cave. Genie did that. Aladdin wished to be a prince. And then Aladdin had to wish to be saved. He did that. Genie never technically made Aladdin a prince. He made him look like a prince, but that's not what he asked for. He didn't say, make me look like a prince. He said, make me a prince. Those were his exact words.
Her words.
Those were her exact words of Aladdin's. He said, Genie, make me a prince.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. And then the random guy just pops up in the background. He's just like, I want to go home, man.
I just want to go home, man.
I thought
hey, where my palace at?
I just want to go home.
That was very hip-hop, too.
Oh, yeah, and then...
speech and everything. That was a little odd.
But that was... I laughed at that. It was like...
I'm talking about the original, though. In the original, he tells the genie to make him a prince. And... there's no talk about gray areas. There's no anything like that.
Yeah, it's just...
So, he doesn't he doesn't make him a separate prince or anything like that to say, hey, there's gray area, be careful what you wish for, exactly, words are important. He doesn't say anything like that. So, as the audience, we're expecting him to have land, to have, to literally be made into a prince. And he's made to look like one. But the whole point of the whole thing, to tell her the truth, is that you're not really a prince, you just look like one. And that's not what Aladdin wished for, technically speaking. So, but they fixed that, and I will say they did that in Beauty and the Beast too. They fixed a couple of things from the original that didn't quite work and make sense. They fixed this in the movie. They said, hey, there's gray area in this, and even the genie during the thing was like, well, yeah, but you're not really a prince, remember? Because you look like one. I'll make you look like one. Like, that's his whole thing, is that he says that over and over. He's like, you're gonna look like the greatest prince ever, you know, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is the point. There's like we're making you look like a prince. We're not popping magic land out of nowhere, but we will make it look like it is. But we're gonna make you look like a prince.
See, I kind of picked up vibes. See, is the proper word to use avid?
Yeah.
I'm an avid watcher?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know vocab. It's been a while since I've been in an English class. So, I am an avid watcher of Once Upon a Time. And the way that they do magic there, they make room for gray areas that are always like, oh, whenever you use magic always comes with a price, and you have to be very careful with how you're using that magic, because there is that gray area.
Right.
And so when they brought up the gray area in the Disney movie, was like, I wonder if there's any Once Upon a Time watchers. Because that was very much a Once Upon a Time thing to do, where they're like, hey, magic always comes with a price, and there's gray areas.
Yeah, which is nice. And honestly, they fixed that part, and I appreciated that. But aside from that, everything was really quickly paced. I didn't like the order things went.
They fixed the conflict quickly.
I didn't mind some of the added things, like the handmaiden. That whole scene was funny.
All of them. I loved her character.
The dance scene was fun. I enjoyed it. I just needed things to go in a specific order, and they didn't. It would have been fine to have added those things in the correct order, but they didn't. And if they had gotten rid of a scene or two for timing to add those things in, I probably would have been upset about that too, but I would have been more okay with the movie in general. I probably would have said, well, at least they kept with the original, but they didn't. So, I mean, they did at some points, but didn't do it enough for me. I threw something.
And there goes down.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the brief ending of the conflict. I felt like that took way too short of a time to solve. Like, I feel like a good half of the movie was trying to stop Jafar. And this was very much, oh, I'm Sultan, and oh, no, I'm still second, so I want to be the most powerful sorcerer in the world, and you're banished, and I'm sending you to the Himalayas.
I think it was the Arctics, because he said to the ends of the world. It's the ends.
Antarctica. I'm gonna go with Antarctica. So, anyways, he gets sent down, and it's like boom, 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 pop, boom, snap, crackle, pop. Boom, everyone is banished, and everyone's just kind of like being astral projected, kind of hovering and ensnared, and there's no Princess Jasmine.
Maybe that's what was part of it. Was that Princess Jasmine was sort of in danger, but not really. Like, I mean, the whole movie.
It's like once Jasmine says that she's gonna marry Jafar, she kind of becomes his little lady sir, and he has her kind of like he puts her under the spell too, kind of. And well, that's what I remember from the original.
She never goes under his spell.
Oh no, she pretends to. Like,
she pretends that the genie's magic worked, and Jafar, and I'm in love with you.
Yeah, like a
because
whole distraction.
Aladdin's here, and I'm distracting. She didn't do that.
It was very
said,
much
no, never, and then she took
and
the
then,
thing
and
jumped
the genie
off the
just
roof.
snaps the magic carpet into place. It's like, oh, and now Aladdin.
That was another thing I was bothered by. He didn't like make a little kitty, and he didn't like unravel, and he didn't turn Abu into a.
There was very much just go, 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 and
it was more like, here, I'm getting rid of everything, so we don't have to waste time with this part of the scene.
And then he's like, oh, I'm a powerful sorcerer now, and then it's like, Aladdin goes away for like 10 minutes, and then he's back, and he's like, oh, no, you're still second best, because he's trying to fool him into wishing for the genie thing. Like, they wrapped that up so
I needed quickly. A snake. I needed a timer thing. Hourglass timer.
We needed to say Jasmine from the hourglass.
I think that was part of it, too, was that there was no feeling of urgency. Like, with that scene in the original, with her being stuck in the hourglass, and there was a feeling of urgency, like Aladdin needed to hurry and think of something on his feet, and here the genie thought of everything by himself.
He just like snapped.
Yeah, and the genie's the one that kind of came up with the idea to turn Jafar into a genie, when the original was Aladdin finally figured it out by himself when he saw the genie's sitting there just kind of like, I can't do anything to help you because he's my master now. It's like, that's it. I got it. And Genie's like, what would you have done? Why would you do this? Why would you convince him to become a genie? And then he's like, oh, I see now. Smart move, boy. You know. But no, and here it was the genie that came up with it.
Also, the thing that bothered me most out of that movie was one of the scenes that has stuck with me from Aladdin since I saw the trailer for the very first time as a kid was phenomenal cosmic power.
Yeah.
They didn't do that at all.
Well, they did, but they just didn't do it the way you wanted them to. And that's another thing from when I go back to the whole Robin Williams thing versus Will Smith. You can play any character in the world, but you will never be the exact same as the original, and you will never be able to play the exact same as the original. And that's okay. You're gonna get hate for it sometimes, but it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't have preferred if they picked somebody more like Robin Williams or anything like that. But I think in a way, it was better that they didn't. To put somebody completely new into that character and to give that character a new kind of look and almost perspective and everything, not joking around every 2 seconds, but still being kind of funny and everything. It kind of allows you to see those two characters as two different characters, just in general. Because with Robin Williams, you kind of had that goofy character, always joking around and all that kind of stuff. And that's what Robin Williams did. Like, that's who he was as a person, you know, when it came
Will
to
Smith
acting.
had that sass.
He had the sass.
He was a very sassy genie.
He was. And he was very good, like, as a genie. He wasn't Robin Williams, which is what people had a problem with. But I think it's kind of nice to have, like, a separate genie from Robin Williams' genie, because you kind of be able to sit back and go, you know, and it gives Robin Williams his character. And it's not somebody else's character anymore. You know, it will always be his character. Will Smith just played a different genie.
We had our comedic genie in the original, and now we had a sassy one. Don't you ruin this night for me? I haven't been out of this lamp in 10,000 years, and you are not going to ruin my night.
Sophia, your Spanish and Mexican side is so showing.
Oh, yeah. No. So they're talking about making Jasmine Sultan, and I'm like, just sitting and messing, and I'm like, Sultana. She is Sultana.
I was just like,
I can't help it.
I know, it's just funny because I didn't used to say that kind of a thing before until I started seeing like comics and stuff whenever for Miraculous, whenever Adrian was being like Cat Noir, and somebody would go, Adrian, your shadow showing. It was just funny. Any final words?
Let's discuss favorite scenes.
Okay.
Favorite and least favorite scenes in the movie.
I hated, that was easy.
Wow, okay, jump right to the hate one.
That was the first thing. Okay,
Nice, he was rated a 6.
I didn't like, that was the big thing that bothered me. I didn't like, at the beginning, the song was great. The 2 songs were great. And that was another thing I didn't mention before, was the One Jump Ahead. They put some weird, slow bits, like slow motion, but he was still moving quickly and, like, everything. But it was just, like, weird slow motion moments throughout the movie that I was like, no, make it stop. But, I really didn't care for the, with the first song, putting the whole thing that starts off the movie underneath the first song, so you just kind of glance over it real quick. And I'll be honest, the Cave of Wonders, not that impressive. I feel like they could have done better, because I've seen better, you know, in movies. I've seen them do amazing stuff in movies, so I'm like, that's it. That's what the Cave of Wonders is here. It's supposed to tower a lot taller, and it never does seem to go away. So I wasn't really sure what the... It didn't seem to be here or anything. It didn't seem to be that far from the palace either, which was kind of odd to me. Like, everything seemed really close knit together, as if everything was on this... I don't know. It felt like a set. It kind of felt like a set. But that was the one thing that it irritated me, because I was like, you've glanced over that whole thing. And that was another thing, too, that irritated me, was that the way they found the diamond in the rough. Like, they had been searching for him, and assumed this young boy over here could probably be it. And, oh, he was. But yet, it was like they were so determined that he was it. But there was no, there wasn't that thunder lightning moment where they look in the hourglass and see that it's him. They're like, ha, the time. While he's helping Jasmine up the stairs. Mm-hmm. Like, it was all very poorly done in that kind of a way. Because, like, I didn't understand it. I couldn't figure it out. I gotta think of a favorite now. Give me a few minutes.
Oh my, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up, I don't know, I guess since you went with negative, I'll go with negative first and then top it off with favorite. So, I'm gonna say my least favorite part was wrapping up that conflict super fast. I mean, you could honestly lengthen the movie a little bit. I mean, I know that Disney classics, if you look at the time frame, they go between an hour, hour and a half. Well, not an hour and a half, not just an hour. They go between an hour and a half, hour 45, under 2 hours. And, I don't know, I feel like you could have brought that out a little longer, not wrapped up, just like snap, snap, snap. Oh, he's back. And, oh, now we're done. Okay. That was really quick. I would have enjoyed seeing more conflict unfold. Yeah. That's all. I don't know. I can't really think of...
If I had to pick a favorite moment, I would have to say it was pretty much any moment between Jasmine and Dahlia, who's her handmaiden. I really liked every single moment between those two characters, because they were honestly little best friends. Like, they were just having fun together, and Dahlia knew her place, and she knew when to not say anything, but for the most part, she was like, come on, girl, like, they talked to each other one-on-one, and I kind of liked that. Yeah. And also, like, whenever the genie came to ask Dahlia out,
whenever any of the guys were talking, were trying to woo their ladies.
Are you saying I'm purchasing?
Yes. I mean,
wait.
No, of course.
Of course.
Not. What am I?
Of course not. Wait, what?
Like, they're both, like, and then Genie is all like, that, out of all the 10,000 years that I've been locked in a lamp, I would have preferred that over seeing this. Like, that was
never
hilarious.
Been this
and then,
embarrassed.
what does Genie do? Genie does the exact same thing when he's trying to woo Dahlia. Like, that was great. It's like, Will's like, oh, no, buddy, you got that all wrong. Like,
he's like,
what are you doing?
Hanging around the kid too much. It's rubbing off on me.
And then she's like, hold on 1 second.
Which I can honestly say, I remember doing very similar thing whenever I was asked out by my crush years ago. So I related to her in that moment.
No, I remember that my junior year of high school when I asked out this guy that I had the biggest crush on to be my date to the homecoming dance. Like, I remember just getting all excited. I'm like, so, you want to go to the homecoming dance? Like, I'm trying to be all slick and stuff. And I feel like I didn't feel myself fumbling around. Like, I was just very much, just get to the point, just do it. And then as, like, they had, like, the banners, like, huge poster board banner things, hanging around the school to advertise for different things that were going on campus. And I remember just, like, lifting up the banner to go to the hallway where I was supposed to go, and I'm just like,
so
it's like, I just did that.
We know that moment. We know that moment well.
So it was super cute, and then they're all, like, supportive friends. They're just like,
yes. We related to them very well.
And then the jam.
The jam.
jam part's
Why jam? Out of all the things, it
No,
had to
it's
be
funny.
jam.
Okay, so Aladdin, Prince Ali is going over and talking about the different gifts that he brought for
Which, if you've seen the
Agrabah.
movie, you know what we're talking
And
about.
yeah, and he's going on about like he's like, and we have jewels, and we have.
No, he didn't say jewels. He
Yeah, he
says
did.
not until after Genie's like, move on from jams. Talk about jewels.
Oh yeah. No, but
He just goes
Basically,
on
that's
and on about all the different kinds of
he's
jams.
like, we have yam jams
and Dahlia
fig
was like,
jams.
yam jams. Also, can I just say, Dahlia was adorable because she was like, oh, but this prince is really good and he's got jams and stuff, but also he's got a really cute,
Friend, please make it work.
Like,
We saw very much the main characters, and they have the cute friends, and the cute friends are like, oh, I see you. Make it work!
exactly. Honestly, that was just, like I said, I loved all the interactions between Jasmine and Dahlia. That was just adorable.
The whole thing where they plan out the entire future, like, that was
funny.
That was funny.
So yeah, there you go. There's our moments, and there's our overview and thoughts about the movie. So, overall, we're giving it a 13.5 out of 20.
Is that math right?
Yep. You
Hold
said
on.
7, and I said 6, and you said 0.5, and I said
7
okay.
point.
And 10 plus 10 equals 20.
That's 13.5.
That's what I said.
Oh. I also said 8, so that's about 13.5. 14. I have
Out of
college
20.
algebra to do in a couple of weeks.
So,
I'm
it's not our favorite, but we did like it. We liked some moments. So, we'll give it that.
I have a couple of coworkers who were interested in seeing it, so if that plan goes through, I know I would be down to see it again.
I would not go see it again.
Just because you're strict, I'm more flexible.
I'm strict, but I also just don't go see movies a second time unless I really liked it. Frozen, I saw about 3
I
times.
do it because my memory is the size of a goldfish's brain.
Yeah.
You just
She
saw
also
that.
just
I already
forgot how to use that analogy correctly, so it's fine.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
Thank you. What? No. There was something you just said. What was it?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm just kidding.
But I guess that's gonna be it for now. I would recommend it. It was a really good movie overall.
It was
I
decent.
think it was decent. Yeah, it's a good one to go see if you just want kind of another rendition of Aladdin that's not exactly the same, but it has stuff that you know of. Or
They
if you've never
modified
seen
it for the
Aladdin
movie.
for some reason and you're watching this, I don't know. But
If you haven't seen the original Disney classic,
you need to go see the original Disney. I'm sure you have. I mean,
you
you better have. I will find you.
It had been years since I'd seen the classic one, so as far as like the whole, because I remember I asked you in the theater about the whole staff breaking one, like wasn't that more towards the end?
It wasn't.
And then once
The
I saw the
timing
whole,
for it was okay. The problem was for me was the sorcerer to Aladdin. To Genie part.
Yeah, no, that part started coming back to me a little bit when he's like, oh, the whole sorcerer in the world and the sultan's being
just
suffocated, and then Jasmine's like, wait, I'll be right back.
I think
oh,
the problem was
yeah,
because
there's
he
still
like
no problem.
stabs Jafar in the original, and he's like fights him. And this one, he doesn't fight him at all. Like it's just very
It's
much
just
like
Genie snap.
yeah. So, but
If a certain
talked about this, so-
someone watches this video and sees me mentioning snap,
the certain anybody now that knows anything about the Avenger series.
yeah, I know y'all are gonna be thinking about Thanos. Every time I say snap now, I can't help but.
And cut. We need to figure out a Disney ending.
That wasn't even Disney Channel.
No, wait,
theme
I
song.
got this.
No. Wrong fandom.
It's not. It's been on Disney.
Channel.
Yeah. It's been on Disney Channel. I caught it the other day.
But that's miraculous.
On the Disney Channel.
But miraculous is...
Disney,
stop taking everything!
No, you can take it! I'm okay with it!
Let miraculous be its own thing.
Disney, I love you. It's okay.
Stop
Disney didn't take Miraculous. They just show it. Anyway, off for today. Goodbye.
I'm Belle and I'm Sophia, and you're watching Disney Channel. I mean, BS Fandom Fun Times. What am I saying?
I'm
Go
Belle.
to bed now.
This was Belle.
And this is Sophia.
And you have been watching, and now are not watching anymore. BS Fandom Fun Times.
I'm done. Bye.